Yo ho, all hands, hoist the colors high. Heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we
Welcome back to episode 7 of the Bad and Mean podcast for 2026. I'm your host Dylan, and today I'm joined by the best co-host in the world, Declan. How are we doing today, mate?
Yeah, mate. I'm not bad. Pretty. Well, you know what? I'm fucking fuming. I'm
What's that?
fuming, mate. Oh, mate. The Raiders are 1-4 to start season 26. It's not good. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. I'm itching. I'm itching for a win.
Yeah.
But
What's the scratch you got to itch? Tell me. Out of all things, like over this week, I could imagine. What's the one thing that's really not taking your fancy?
mate, I'm fuming. You know why I'm fuming? Because Channel 9 and Fox Sports, along with the NRL, I have no idea what they watch. What are they watching? They watch something from a different planet. Because Simi Sasangi, he's try saver. He's 2 try savers.
The GOAT.
The GOAT, he's played so well so far. Sandon Smith, the tackle he made on, he came from the other side of the field. The other side of the flippin' field. Came running down, made a fantastic try-saving tackle. And you know what? Fox Sports just goes, yeah, mate, look, that's fucking shit. Seriously. How is that not the try-saver or tackle of the week? I know, look, Dane took to a picky and DWZ made a good tackle on Samuel Stone Street, but I'm telling you, Simmies was so much better. And Fox Sports and Channel 9 just looked over it. But hey, if it was a Panthers players that did that, oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
nice tackle,
glaze.
okay.
Oh, they glaze all over
that's
him.
pretty good. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm so sick of the bias towards these top team players from Channel 9 and Fox Sports. I'm fucking fuming. Okay?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That's what's on my tongue.
How many times do we see it? Even like a try of the week, you go, oh yeah, that was pretty good. Raiders player doesn't even get a nomination for like something good. Like even the Kyle Weeks try saver, in the one-on-one steal, I think it was Sandon Smith. He was held up over the line. Like, are you actually serious? Like,
It makes no
it's
sense.
it's
It makes
disappointing. Yeah, but
it's that's what's got me fucking fuming, mate. But I've heard a little twiddle in my ear that you're fuming too, mate. What are you fuming about? What are you fucking fuming about?
Oh, these. Now, I don't like to rant and rave, but we do that on this podcast, so this is what I'm going to do today. I'm just sick and tired. I'm fucking fuming about the inconsistency with NRL referee decisions. Okay, just the inconsistencies between different calls and different interpretations with different referees. Okay, there were 6 controversial 50-50 calls that happened during the match. Now, I'm not saying, look, this didn't make us lose the game, but it didn't help us either. Okay, so to get us started, we had the Noah Martin no try in the first half. Okay, now was it Adam G? Adam G was the referee, correct?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Okay. G. Mad G. Adam G. Okay.
Margie.
Okay. Sanders put up a bomb, right? And I think it was Savage and Fletcher Hunt contested for it. The referee said play on. Noah Martin picked up the ball and planted it down. Now, he didn't appeal crazy for the try. The referee was right in front of him, okay? And the referee was like, okay, it was knocked back from Newcastle, and then it was bobbled and knocked on the ground by Noah Martin. Now, first look, you go, oh yeah, 100%. But you ever look at the video replay, mate? A try like this, okay, 9 times out of 10, it'd go up to the bunker to be checked, right? The bobble, I can't even guarantee if there was a bobble, okay? The first bit where he picks up the ball maybe the ball bobbled on the ground, but when he lifted it up and planted it down, that was clean. Okay, so look, that's not 100%. That should have been a try, but it's a bit of a unusual one that they were pretty casual. I know the referee was right in front of him, but it was a bit of an iffy one. Okay, the next one, going into the second half, right? Yeah, the Tamale sin bin. Now we didn't do ourselves any favour, and we put ourselves under pressure straight away to be in the second half. We're not even touching the ball. Okay, Tamale knocked it on. To make matters worse, so they put a contested kick up towards Dom Young, right? He's big boy, right? Now, what is Tamale supposed to do in that situation? Okay, you'd have the running lead to contest. All right, what the hell do you do? Now, Dom Young pushes his body all over poor Tamale. Okay, puts his arms everywhere. Tamale, now he gets his arms stuck up in between Dom Young. What's he supposed to do there? Okay, what's he supposed to do? I know you're not supposed to tackle the player in the air. Okay, in this situation, say Dom Young catches that ball and Tamale tackles him in the air. That's a penalty try. We've seen that in situations because you're in that try scoring situation. Now, I understand Dom Young was contesting for it, and in most cases, if you tackle in the air in that situation, you go, yeah, that's a professional foul, a sin bin. But this was super harsh. Like, I've looked at another replay, and it was barely a grab. Like, they were both contesting for the ball. They were both shoulder to shoulder, which is legal, which is fine. But I think Tamale, not that he had a complete right, but I think sin binning him entirely was
So wrong.
pretty harsh. Like, I think that's a 1 in 1,000 he gets sin bin. Like, are you freaking serious? Okay, and Knights went on to score 2 tries in the first 10 minutes of the second half, which game over, right?
Basically.
All over Red Rover. So it's inconsistent because I guarantee we see something like this in another game and might be a penalty. That's justifiable, but why a sin bin? Like, that does not deserve to be a sin bin. Okay,
No way.
you do not deserve to lose a player for that time. It's ridiculous. Okay, this one was 100% the wrong call. Now, Hudson Young is not innocent in this, but in the play in the second half, when Newcastle were getting on a roll, Hudson Young stupidly pulled Dom Young's hair, right? Pulled his dreads, right?
Did he even mean to
And there
do that?
was-
I think
No, he did.
he's pulling his jersey. I thought he was trying to go for his jersey.
Nah, he 100% did
Yeah,
that,
it's
right?
fine.
Now, he did it for a freaking reason, a bloody good one too, okay? I don't know why, Sanders, he was like maybe third man in, and he wasn't even like touching the play. He was like on the back of Hudson Young's, you know how you might have like third man in, he might be behind the main marker. He was the second marker, literally. Dom Young, look at the replay. Dom Young's freaking pulling on Sanders' jersey, trying to get him off him for like 5 seconds. I'm like, what's the go there? Why? He didn't need to do that. So, fair enough. Hudson Young yanks at his hair. And now that's going to be in the scene because you go, oh my God, he's yanked his hair. Now they try to argue it back and yeah, Ray's got penalised.
What a surprise.
Ill discipline from Hudson. He didn't need to do that. Okay, it was stupid. Dom Young probably wouldn't have been penalised regardless if he did that. I don't think it needed to be a penalty. It's Hudson Young's fault that it went out of proportion, but that's where it started. Dom Young started it. Dom Young instigated it. Okay? Next
exactly.
one. This one's sort of 50-50. I'm towards the opinion that Wilson De Courcy, the debutant, pushed Sasangi in the back. Okay? Now, this was the game-winning try pretty much because it put us out beyond 12 points. Good short side play. Fletcher Sharp chips over the top to Greg Marzu in the corner. Okay, you go, oh, yeah, try. Now we see Savage limping in the background. How that bloody happened is the centre, De Courcy, went to turn around and chase. Now Sasangi can't disappear. Sasangi's turning around as well. He didn't stop. He didn't stand put. He kept running. And then De Courcy runs into the back of him. Now, if he had just ran into him, then you'd go, okay, well, that's fine. That's incidental contact, right? But he put his hands out like this, okay, and pushed him over. And this is Sasangi fell into Savage, and that's how Savage injured his ankle. Like, I've seen many times in a situation like that where Newcastle would be penalised because they... Honestly, look, yeah, it didn't stop the try from being scored, but that's foul play, in my opinion. I think that was pretty... I don't think that should have been a try. Next one, Zach Hosking, no try. We decided to get a bit of momentum. We couldn't pass the ball at whatsoever. Our attack was looking very dead. Then Zach Hosking throws the dummy, finds a little bit of space, and crashes over. Now, I was looking at the replay. I was like, Papali'i is in the defensive line. I'm like, surely they're not going to call this back. Okay. Now, big Trey Mooney. Okay, he's a big fella. Okay. Parley, he's in the defensive line. Okay, if you're looking by the rule book, okay, it's a no try. Okay, because he's in the defensive line, right? But it didn't bloody stop Mooney. He still missed the tackle. It didn't stop him.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
didn't stop Hosking. Didn't stop Mooney from defending Hosking, right? It put him off balance, and then Mooney overran the play. Now, the argument they made is that the initial contact from Papali'i made Mooney overstep, which is what changed the defensive line. I can understand that completely, but he still missed the tackle. And this is a mix of frustration why we're pointing this out. There were this many controversial calls, but it's annoying because that could have put us back in the match for sure.
100%.
The last one, which I'm a bit iffy on, look, our left side got absolutely torn to shreds when Tamale was in the sin bin. On the second occasion, Dom Young ran down the sideline, threw about a 2-meter forward pass to Sanders Smith. Are you freaking serious? Okay. And this is when the great tackle from Sasangi came. And then when Dom Young threw the pass, Weeks was then penalised for tackling him up after he passed the ball. Now, I think that this penalty was warranted, to be honest. Just based on what we've seen, I think this is consistent with other things. Look, he didn't drop the shoulder and make a tackle. Like, he did not drop the shoulder. He braced himself and stood his ground. Okay,
Yeah.
just fair enough. We've seen Rapana do it in the past. I think there was a game a few years ago. I think it might have been the final. He dropped his shoulder and just freaking
Bro's done it
yeah,
so many times.
so many times. This is chalk and cheese compared to that. I'm just talking about it as an overall thing. Something like that, I don't think needs to be penalised because he's bracing himself. Rant over. Don't know what your opinion is, but it's not often you see this many controversial calls in a game.
Yeah,
And
100%.
not the reason we
No,
lost, but yeah.
You make a good point, Dill. I see why you were fuming this week because I think I agree with everything you've said there. I still think that KO weeks where he was like bracing for impact from Dominic Young. Like, what do you want him to do? Just open chest up
Just
and
get him out of the way.
bulldozers? Like, seriously, like I know he could probably move, but he's moving at like
He's
what?
committed as
Like
well.
he's so fast that he's
Mm.
yeah, exactly right. But I don't know what he's supposed to do. It's just BS at the moment. We keep not getting the rub of the green with these NRL calls, and well, this is not helping our situation either. So
The
you make
Tamale
a good
sin
point
bin
there,
was
Dill.
the worst.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Dead
I
set.
don't understand. That ruined the game. It absolutely ruined the game. Like that sin doesn't happen. It is a very entertaining game. Don't get me wrong. It was still entertaining, but it would have been a lot closer and I don't know, more enjoyable for Raiders fans to watch. But I feel like a penalty would have been fine compared to a sin bin.
Yeah.
Like
That would have been
like
reasonable.
you want
enough.
Tamale to sit back and just watch.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
Anyway, the air players getting protected in the air is like obviously their number one priority, but there's got
One
to be
hand he freaking grabbed.
he didn't grab his
Are you
legs.
serious?
He didn't grab it.
You got to
flip
score
him
to try,
upside down.
mate. He got to score to
He
try.
was never going to score that try. Maybe if Tamale, I don't know, if Tamale wasn't there, he probably would have scored. But there's so much pressure on Dom Young to take that as if he's going to grab that and plant it down because Tamale's underneath him.
Yeah.
So you'd think he's underneath him. He's going to come down
Yeah.
with the freaking ball in front of Tamale, and Tamale's probably just going to punch it out. Like, it makes no
Yeah.
sense. Anyway, that ruined the game. Another sin bin, another week. It doesn't really help. But,
And
Dill, I see why you're fucking fuming.
I know, disappointing. And then that made us then shift Sanders out one to centre. And poor guy, he got given a bath by Dane Gaga. We were seeing Origin gags back there in that arena. Like,
He was so good.
and I mean, poor defense, but I don't know. I don't know what you do. Like, playing him out that wide, like, you just dusted him, like, in that one play. Yeah, it was freaking not a good sight to see.
No, it wasn't.
Real rough, eh?
Really rough. But hey, that's rugby league for you. The beauty of rugby league. Nothing can always go your way.
Anyway, taking the controversial things aside, how would you rate our performance overall?
Are you being serious?
Yeah, mate.
Look, uh, God, I think we played worse than last week. To be honest, I dead set think this was the most frustrating game to watch. I thought last week was so frustrating. This week was a new level of frustration. Oh, I'm getting angry. Frickin', we had the same amount of well, not really the same, but our red zone 20 attack was on par with Dragons' red zone 20 attack. You know, want to know what the difference was?
They scored.
Dragons
No,
didn't score a point. Didn't score a point. We scored all of our freaking points from outside the 20. We're a great team
Yeah,
at attacking long
yeah.
distance, but we can't attack when we're in the 20, which is the most diabolical thing. Because last year, 9 out of 10 times we're down in their line, an opposition line, we're scoring a try. We're scoring a try down there.
Yeah.
For some reason, we keep doing stupid plays. Our fifth and last plays are the dumbest things I've ever seen. I'm sorry. Look, I back Sanders 100%, but he needs to take control closer to the line. We are not
Yeah.
putting any pressure on the opposition. We cannot keep running the ball on last. Our fourth tackle plays are appalling. Oh, Morgan Smitty, so why don't you just hit a hole, mate? Just run through the middle. Look, I get it. It's frustrating, but it's so bad when it's happened every single week. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
why
well,
we're
I'm
doing
just
so many stupid
wondering
plays.
because we had that great start. Obviously, like we saw Ethan Strangeville, good. He's starting to run the ball a bit, split the line to set up Sasangi. Then the next two sets after we ran on the last, like you said, I reckon one of them at least was planned, and the other time they just happened, and then we thought, oh yeah, we'll back out defense. But then we had to then truck it back upfield, and then we start forcing passes and just doing completely unnecessary stuff. Like we need to appreciate having field position when we do. Like it's we just don't have a lot of composure at the moment. It sucks to see.
And just, I think another thing is that Sanders, there is a ridiculous amount of pressure on Sanders. I'm just saying, for those idiot Canberra fans calling for Kobe Black to come into 7, you have never watched a game of rugby league in your life, and you just don't think with your head, because Kobe Black, he's our future number 7, not our now number 7. Ethan Sanders has played 4 games, and you're already going, nah, he's shit. Pull him out. Bring Kobe Black back in. It's so dumb. Why are Raiders fans going, oh no, Sanders shit? Yes, he had a bad game, but he's been our best player for the opening 4 games this season.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, oh, you know what? Let's just drop him. He had, yes, I get it. He was pretty frustrating to watch, but there is so much pressure on Ethan Sanders when, one, you've got an attacking fullback who doesn't really pass the ball. He's a running fullback. 2, you got a 5'8" next year who doesn't pass the ball as well, and he's a running 5'8" and doesn't kick. Sanders is the only person that kicks, is the only playmaker in the squad, and there's no one to release pressure off of him. Like, I don't know what more you want this kid to do. He's 21 years of age. He's going to get better with every time he plays in the NRL.
Yeah.
So this argument of Kobe Black starting in the number 7 now is so dumb. I'm sorry, but you're not a true Raiders fan if you can't understand what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, you can clearly see what Ricky's gotten planned. Like, it makes no sense.
You cannot judge a halfback's performance based on where has he played? Not even 10 games. Like,
Yeah.
and we've seen Cooper Cronk come out and say Ricky Stewart, Jamal Fogarty this week. You need to give a halfback at least 70 NRL games to get an assessment, and then you can judge them. Okay, look back at the other games. Was the Bulldogs game? Did we lose that game because of Sanders? No.
No.
Warriors
won us the game.
Yeah, I know. It's right. That's how you get to view it. Warriors game. Did we lose it because of him? No. Even the Sharks, it's debatable. Like, another thing too, like, it's so hard being a young player and then a young halfback and then be able to try to talk down to your more experienced players like Tarpany. Like, how have you've got to communicate so well, and you'll be barking at them constantly, and that takes time for sure. And they'll only develop, their combination over time. So, yeah, and like,
there's no one helping him out though. Like,
Mhm.
this poor kid is trying to kick every time by himself. Like, we saw Stranger's kicking game. We know he's got a good boot on him. So why has it gone missing for the opening 5 weeks of this competition? Like, there's so much pressure on this kid. It's ridiculous. Like, there's no one there to back him up. Like, Strange, he's a runner of the football. He loves to run with the football. He's not a playmaker. He loves to run, right? Sanders is like obviously going, oh shit, well, I have to do something with the ball here because Strange won't. Strange has got that left foot step with the right hand fend. That's what he's known for. But it makes it so much harder when Paul Sanders is the only one with poor playing abilities. Like, there needs to be someone there that can relieve the pressure off of him.
Well, with that note, you mentioned Mr. Sanga's position. There's no doubt in the world he's been our best player for the first 5 rounds of the year at centre. Okay, he's been unbelievable. But do you think that pushing him into a forward role, like a middle role or on the edge, would help relieve a bit of pressure off our halves?
I've always said Simi is a centre, and I'll stand by that. But the more I watch Simi and the more I watch the Raiders, I realize that I believe we do need him to play lock forward for us. I know Hosking's also there, which we haven't really seen much of, but we know he's got that ball playing making ability that Hosco. We've seen it from multiple different teams like the Panthers and the Broncos and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think switching Simi to a lock forward position and bringing Mokes back in is probably substantial. Well, is probably good for us now because I think it would relieve a lot of pressure off of Ethan Sanders trying to have the ball in his hand every time to do a playmaking thing with his front rollers or back rollers. Anyway, you know what I mean. But I think Simi playing in the lock forward would benefit us extremely because I think he's got good ball playing. We know he can ball play. We've seen it multiple times. And the flick passes, I'm just saying, the flick passes, we know he's got good ball playing ability.
Yeah.
He can relieve so much pressure off Sanders by just he doesn't have to do anything out of this world. He can just deliver it to front rower, sort of like what Cam Murray and Isaiah Yeo does. Deliver, run the ball. Deliver, run the ball. Deliver, run the ball. We know Sasangi's got a fantastic short, stepping game. Like, he will beat first man anytime as well. Like, he will take that center attribute into the lock forward position with him. So I think it would be nice for us to just have a ball playing lock forward. I think that's what the game's come to now, and I think that's what we need because Horsburgh is not a lock forward. He is far from a lock forward.
I just think that if we had gone in the direction of a ball playing lock forward, then we would have kept Hoepa or even Trey
Exactly
Mooney.
right.
But I don't think the Raiders, like we saw last year, we didn't have a ball playing lock. Like Horsburgh tries. Okay, I think the reason of him playing 13 is so we can have our 3 best middles on to start the game. Now, I don't completely agree with that. I think we looked possibly just as good with Hosking starting and then Papa coming off the bench. I don't know. Look, if I were to move Sasangi, I'd probably have him coming off the bench just as an impact. You could start him at 13. I think you can't take Noah Martin's position away. He's been fantastic. But yeah, I think it's just about how our pack can adjust to the modern game and the way it's played. Just whether we can do something to swap a few forwards in and out to just I don't know, being able to handle change of momentum throughout games. Just something different. Like you have a look at Kai Pearce-Paul for the Tigers, his signing. Like some of the plays that he can create, like popping passes back on the inside, offloading, like flick passes, and that's the benefit and the value you have of playing Sasangi in the forwards rather than out wide. Like
Exactly right.
at center, like how many times does he get the ball? Unless he gets himself involved, like not much. It's very, very different.
We know he's played halfback a couple of times for the Raiders now, like that game up in Brisbane where he scored his first try
In the final.
and then the final as well against the Sharks. But every time Simi touched the ball in that final against the Sharks,
Dangerous.
he looked like he was going to score. And if we can put that
Looked like
into
Benji
a
Marshall,
lock-
bro.
Exactly, yeah, he did. If we can put that into a lock forward position, it relieves so much stress off Sanders. He can go, okay, I've got a ball playing lock next to me that I know that will deliver the ball and use his sharp footwork to just beat defenders. And I think that's what we need because there's so much pressure on Ethan Sanders. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And there needs to be, and Ricky needs to look for a ball playing lock. And I hate that he's never looked for one in his, 13, 14 years of coaching the Raiders. And it just, we are so far back having three front rowers on the field at once. That's not how the game is being played now. It's not. You need versatility in the front row now. You need a smaller forward in the front row. It's just how the game's been played now is so different. And I think Ricky's got to go, okay, hang on a second. These rule changes, this is going to make it so much faster. Our front rows are going to get gassed so quickly. Why are we having Horsburgh at lock? It makes no sense. Like, I see what he's trying to do, having our three best forwards on,
It's
but
clunky, eh?
it doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore. We're past it. It's a new game, okay? It's a new season. There's different rules. You gotta start going, wow, maybe I should put Simi at lock. I don't know.
Anyway,
I know we're gonna trust in Ricky.
yeah, I mean, we can talk about this. Look, I don't think that our forward pack was the reason we lost the game. I think there was a lot of
No.
other situations. Look, our back five could not catch a ball to save themselves. 3 of the night's tries were off drop balls by us. One was Tamale left it to be caught, and then I think Horsburgh tried to pick it up off the bounce. Dropped the ball. Marju scored out wide with an overlap. Like, honestly, I don't think our defensive structures were that bad this game. Still weren't great conceding this many points, but the situation we were in with a player down and this and that wasn't as bad as the Sharks game. And then like Savage and Weeks not communicating. Like, come on, their players have had a bit more experience, and then Tamale dropped the ball first in the second half. So, just having a 74% completion rate is just not good enough. And then you have a look at another bits and pieces. Like, I thought Bradley, when he come on, I thought he honestly, I know people are calling through his head, but he had some good runs that are dummy half. Like, he was trying. Like, we had nothing. Okay, he was trying, paid the ball too fast.
Just unlucky.
Shit error. Okay, don't get me wrong, that's really bad, but I don't know. That happens every once in a while. Yeah, and then obviously look out. Our red zone attack in the 20 was pretty
It's pretty bad.
pretty dismal. Like, we were trying stuff, sure, but there might have been one pass which was unnecessary, and we didn't play it right, And yeah, that just comes with frustration, just trying to score points, trying to play catch up footy, which we're doing too much at the moment. I mean, have a look at bits and pieces of a forward back. Like, Mariota, 1 run for 17 meters. I actually didn't even know that until I checked it. Like, I mean, that's a mix of things. Like, that's him not getting involved, and then that's not him getting distributed the ball. Like, he played 23 minutes.
But this isn't the first time it's happened. He has
Yeah.
not. He has come on multiple times throughout the season, only taken
Fuck.
2 or 3 hit ups
Yeah.
a game, making about 40
Mm.
run meters. Like, you don't. It's a waste of a spot
He's
on
our
the bench.
impact
Why?
man. Yeah.
Exactly right. Why are we not using him? Why are we trying to play around him? Like, once again, our attack is like, let's not play through the middle because we have the best forward pack in the comp, but let's just play around them. It makes no sense, bro. Why are we trying to play around teams? We've got such a good forward pack that can get us through the middle. Like, I don't know, and just that's not good enough from Mariota, unfortunately. Like, he's our. I don't know even know if we can call him our next papa, but
You have a look at guys. Tyson Frizzell played 40 minutes, had 18 runs, 166 meters.
that's crazy.
Like, he was actually really good. And I'm not.
Off the bench.
Yeah. And
That's
then,
cool.
178 meters for Jacob Saifidi. Mooney played 40, ran for 40 odd meters. Like, they beat us in that department for sure. I mean, you can have a look closer at the game and where we're positioned and whatever, but I don't know, just frustrating to see these stats. It's annoying as like they just beat us in every single attacking
Yeah, they
aspect
do.
than us.
They did. Look, I'm pretty like flabbergasted. I don't know. I'm just like, just sucks that this has happened once again.
Look, I thought as far as standouts go, I thought Tarp in his first stint was pretty good. Like he ran for what did he run for? Over 160 odd
169,
meters. Yeah.
yeah.
So I thought we got to see a bit of old Taps back into the game. I thought he was, running a lot hard on attack and took more defenders to take him down. Wasn't really many other forwards, which as far as middle forwards was took us by
You know what?
surprise. I thought Hoskin wasn't too bad.
Smitty's was. Look, I'm going to give benefit of the doubt. He had 5 runs for 44 run meters, but he came on, made 27 tackles, only missed 1.
What a legend, eh?
So he is tightening our defense
He
up in the middle,
does,
which is what you
yeah.
do want to like to see. Like he's
Yeah.
not useless. Like he's not. He's very, very good.
What's that word?
Smitty's just tightens our
Useless.
he tightens our ruck up
Yeah.
really, really nicely. But another shining light I thought to discuss on is how good has he been, Dill? Noah Martin, once again,
Oh.
60 tackles.
Speaking of
He's topped
defence,
the Raiders tackle count
Whole
for the
game.
5th week in a row.
Yeah.
And the whole game as well. 17 more than the next best. But he's just an absolute workhorse, and you can tell he's really knuckling down that position every single week. I don't think we'll see him move from there.
No.
Only doubt I have about him is throughout the game, the last couple of games, he does get caught out in the middle too much, which is I know that's where most of his defensive work
It's
comes
buggered.
in. But then then he gets buggered, and then we're really shot to bits on the left-hand side as well. So
Right hand side, yeah.
right-hand side, sorry. And that doesn't really help us, but can't really doubt him. He's been awesome. What a prospect from the Raiders to bring up.
Oh,
Awesome.
it is. Yeah, I am very surprised that he's been this good. Like, he's adapted so well and just gone bang straight in. Like, even the line break he made in the first half, it sucks he dropped the ball. Oh, it's so annoying. But
Yeah.
to see that he can create opportunities like that, it'd be really good going forward. Like, what
Absolutely.
a weapon he is. And he can match up against a lot of other decent second rollers in the competition.
Any other shining lights for you, Doc?
We mentioned a little bit of Ethan Strange. Like I said, he ran the ball a little bit more, had 2 try involvements. Need to see probably a little bit more from him, but I think he's just in that transition phase where he gets more touches of the ball. I think just in general, like he'd probably get nearly double the amount of touches now than what he had with Fogarty nearly. Like,
Yeah.
so good knock from him. I know we're gonna have games where he's gonna have a good game and Sanders is gonna have a down one here and there. So I thought he wasn't too bad. But how can we not forget our Eye of Odin recipient for this week is Nathaniel Sasangi, or Simi Sasangi, I should say. He's been one of the best centers, underrated centers in the competition. The first 5 rounds, his sharp footwork, late footwork at the line is just second to none. He always beats the first man, and honestly, he's now just showing continually why he's the best center at the club. Like,
100%.
leaving New Zealand international Matt Timigo out is insane, and I feel so bad for Timigo. Honestly, like, how could you be asked to sit and wait in reserves? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, 226 run meters, a try assist, a line break, 3 tackle breaks, and a couple try savers. Like, everyone in the game was done and dusted. Like, off the kickoff, like, absolutely dusting defenders. Bit of footwork, beautiful flick pass out to Ethan Strange. Like, to have someone like this on the team is absolutely invaluable to have.
Yeah, keeping a New Zealand center on the reserves is insane. And like, he's not a center. He's not a center, is he? He's played his whole life in the second row.
Well, no,
in multiple different.
He came through the grades as a 5'8" and a center.
Yeah.
Like, he debuted at Newcastle at center, and then they molded him to like a utility, pretty much.
Well, for a player that we try to mold into a second row,
correct,
utility player.
That's right.
He is one of the best centers in the NRL right now. I'm being dead
flying
serious.
under the radar still.
I dead set think he's been better than Crichton this season so far. I'm being serious, man.
Yeah.
But last season, no. This season, he's been one of the best centers in the comp. I think Cole has been the best center, to be honest. But
yeah, it's just frustrating to see because so much of his stuff is just individual based.
Yeah.
Like, he just Like he'll just create opportunities. Okay, like we'll give him the ball because he's like because you know he's going to beat his center on the outside. If we could try and find a play to work around, like putting him through gaps in that, like he'll be 10 times more dangerous. If you can think that, if we can
Mm.
develop our attack to work around him, like it'll be so good.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, any other talking points from the weekend you want to talk about, Dill?
Who
Or
do you think were the best players for the Knights? I mean, I think the two Fletchers were definitely big standouts. I think
I
Fletcher
told
Hunt.
you, I freaking told you that he would have a ball. I told you.
Fletcher
I
Hunt.
said you laughed at me. You said, "Oh, why did you think Fletcher Hunt would have a good game?" I told you he would have a good game, and I freaking knew it. I swear. He's a good footy player. He just
Yeah.
works so hard for the Knights.
Two
Fletcher Sharp
mallets.
killing us,
Oh.
bro. Literally the two players. But
Sanders
I thought
Smith
Tyler
too.
Oh yeah, Sanders Smith was.
He needs to be the halfback going forward, really.
Oh
Like
yeah,
his
he was-
kicking
he
game.
was so calm,
Yeah.
so calm.
Even that play, we defend. There was, I think, it was the first try they scored in the second half when Tamale went off. Like they went to the right, Newcastle. Sanders made a really good tackle. He came in, they went back to the left, and then Sanders Smith stepped, and he threw like a double cutout pass, cut out two, and they just had an overlap like that immediately. Like how quick he was able to notice that. And I mean, if you had said last year that a team with Fletcher Hunt, Fletcher Sharp, and Sanders Smith, Phoenix Crossland as their spine would beat us, you go, yeah, probably not. But like their turnaround Newcastle from coming last, dead last, to what are they, second? Something like that? Third?
I guess a second.
Crazy. Yeah,
That's
not
so-
imagine that. And the minor premiers 16th.
It's crazy. I saw
Ridiculous.
the minor premiers lost to last year's wooden spooner. That's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
First last year, last year. And
What a
as well.
turnaround.
What a turn! You know what? Good on the Knights. I do like watching the 90s.
Yeah.
Justin Holbrook, what he's done with that team is phenomenal. Like he's absolutely done wonders with that team. You can tell they're a lot happier as well, being with a coach that actually knows what fucking football is. Because I think Adam O'Brien is one of the worst coaches in the NRL.
Mhm.
Bulldogs signing him as an attacking coach has to be the dumbest thing they've ever done. Doesn't even surprise me that they haven't scored a lot of points this season. I think they're the second lowest. I think the Raiders are like third lowest, but yeah, once against the 90s, Daniel Saifidi shows why he's so valuable to that team. Just his leadership, and I'm not going to lie, he tore the Raiders front rowers to shreds. He was fantastic in the middle, and he just dominated our forwards, and good on him. Saifidi was really, really good.
He was good. Yeah, look, only 5 rounds in, 4 losses in a row. Feels pretty gutting. But we've got to be optimistic, put our heads forward, we'll get some luck go our way, and hopefully we can get some better attitude going to the next game. 2 releases that the Raiders have announced in the past fortnight, 3 weeks or so, was their 2026 Anzac round jersey for Anzac Day. They're playing against the West Tigers at Leichhardt. And their alternate jersey, which launched just the other day. And then they sort of put a sneak peek towards it at their season opening event thing
Retro
earlier.
Rugby League. Did you see that Retro Rugby League posted? I think he found it.
Have
you seen that?
Yeah.
Is that his name? Retro. Rugby
Retro,
League?
yeah, retro, yeah.
Retro. He found it and he posted about it.
Yeah.
It was at
That
their.
was pretty cool.
What did you say?
I think it was at their opening.
That's right.
Their opener thing. It was at like the axe throwing place in the city. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk about the Anzac Day jersey first. So this goes towards like a commemoration for the Royal Australian Navy, remembering like 125 years of the Navy existing in Australia, and then it sort of commemorate the HMAS Harmon, which was a ship in the Navy. Just look, judging off the colours, obviously it's Navy based. You've got the camo. You can see a photo with the Navy officers around the Raiders players. What are your thoughts on the jersey deck?
I don't know. I think it's pretty ordinary. I think choosing camo again is. I hate camo. I actually dead set hate. look, I get the story behind it is absolutely wonderful. Beautiful story behind it. Love how the Raiders do that all the time. Have a great story. But like where that Anzac Memorial is in Canberra,
I know.
I just thought there'd be
Yeah.
more, more to do with like I don't know, with like the Anzac memorabilia and all that. Like when we did the Kokoda Trail, that jersey with the Kokoda Trail, I think it was last year
Last year
actually.
it was, yeah.
That was really good. I really
Yeah.
loved that. That was a very clean
Yeah.
and very nice jersey.
Yeah.
And then we just
Mate,
look. There's a big black square on the front of it with their shitty Toyota forklifts on the front.
Oh.
Can't they just like?
Did you see?
Can't they just?
Yeah.
Uh,
You said there was a edit someone made where they changed it from red to grey, and it looked
yeah,
like heaps better.
much better. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me. Or maybe just
Yeah.
P and G it. Just freaking
Yeah.
P and P and G it, bro. That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Anyway,
True. Well, I'm having a look too. The Rabbitohs have got a jersey which is commemorating the Royal Australian Navy as well this year. Not the same exactly. The Rabbitohs one looks like ass, by the way. It just looks white. Okay, it's got a
Yeah.
weird pattern on it.
Oh, yeah.
Not that it's not identical to what like the colours and symbols represent in the army, but in the navy. But I just
Yeah.
think it's a little bit basic. I mean, I can
A little bit
understand the
underwhelming.
event, but I feel like just camo, like they did that a few years ago, didn't they? Like you said, Canberra being the capital, I thought they could have
Yeah.
been a little bit more
So
creative
much better.
this year. Yeah.
Something to do with the Anzac Memorial, like. Surely they can have it. I know the
Mm.
story's good, but surely they can have a really nice story
Yeah.
with with one like a soldier or something, or
Mm.
this could be something more that they can
Yeah.
do.
I mean, look, I still think it looks good. Like
Yeah, I agree.
as a jersey, I think it looks alright. But
It looked
like
nice.
a couple of years ago, we had a camo jersey as well. I think it's just a little
That
bit.
with the black shorts, I
Yeah.
like the black shorts
Mm.
with it. That's a nice touch.
And I like how they've mentioned the HMS Harman on the
Yeah,
sleeve as well. I think that was a
yeah,
nice touch as well.
yeah.
But not too bad. Going to the next jersey, which is the alternate one. I think it looks really cool. I think this. I think the Toyota Forklifts sponsor
So,
has looked better than it has
oh
on
yeah,
any of the Raiders jerseys in the
agree.
past. Like how it blends into the white.
Probably
Looks
because it's a
really good.
freaking white background.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
white on white. It's
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
No, it fits.
I like
Yeah.
the forest green. I like that forest green color. It's very, very nice. Is that forest green? I don't know. Shit, I don't.
Yeah, I like sort of dark
Dark green.
green.
It's very nice.
Yeah, which we haven't really seen in the Rays jersey for a while, like a dark green. Be interested to see where they actually, white Daintree, apparently it's called. Daintree and lime green.
Daintree, nice.
Yeah,
because I don't think we'll ever wear our away jerseys this year. I'm being dead serious. I don't think we're gonna wear them.
Didn't we have an alternate jersey the other year which we wore more often than not? I swear to God.
I remember the Canberra Milk one. When we were sponsored by Canberra Milk, we used the alternate rather than
Yeah,
the
it was
away
for a
jersey more
home.
often.
Yeah,
Because we had our alternate jersey last year
that
with
was
the
the
Rush jersey
Vegas
for
one,
the
wasn't it?
Vegas one, and we only wore that
Yeah.
once. I thought we'd wear that more often, but anyway.
I'm actually a
Um,
fan of our away one. Like a lot of people go, nah, but
yeah, because we understand the story behind it.
yeah.
No one else understands the freaking story behind it.
I think they could have made the green stripe a little bit more like clear,
Yeah,
to be honest. But
yeah.
I think you want to have it a little bit different than the green home one.
Horsburgh hates it. I remember Horsburgh saying it's like a curse. They've got a curse in it or something like that.
Yeah, because he reminds him of his Bulldogs days, probably.
Yeah, probably all just yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I like what the Raiders media team with like opening it with Horsburgh banging on the Viking shirt. I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, with
yeah,
like
cool jersey. Cool jersey. I do like the jersey, but nothing amazing. It's just a solid jersey, I think.
Mhm.
Are you gonna buy it, Dill, or no?
the alternate one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it honestly.
I'm
Like,
thinking about it too.
It looks alright. I think I was nearly gonna buy the Anzac one because we might be going to the game, so I look keen on that. But now seeing the alternate one, I was like, I might put my money towards that. You know, it looks pretty good.
Does look pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go. There's two new jerseys that we thought we'd discuss about. Yeah, that's all I have to say, really. I think they're pretty cool.
Mhm.
I think the alternate jersey is really, really nice, and I think the Anzac jersey is all right, but it has a very good story behind it, which I like.
Alrighty. Why don't we move on to our round 6 preview? The Jack Whiten Cup.
Way, Jaguar Cup, way!
In the Wild West, we
God.
fly out to Perth, WA, at Optus Stadium. Beautiful stadium, by the way. Absolutely
stadium.
gorgeous. Oval there that play AFL, bit of cricket, and a bit of rugby league too. 3 o'clock on a Saturday arvo. Raiders and Rabbits. What a move
God.
into why don't move into Sticky's notebook?
All right, Dill, stick his notebook, mate. Dylan, it's your man, your love of your life, Jed Stewart.
Jetty.
Squad for Xavier Savage, who's out with an ankle injury. Still not sure about the complication of it. We don't know if it's a syndesmosis or if there's something happened serious yet because the scans haven't come back. But I'm guessing it's I think it's a syndesmosis. But anyway,
Yeah, it was
Be out for a
definitely
couple
linked to
weeks.
that. Yeah.
Dane Laurie and Joe Roddy both return to the six-man bench in jersey 18 and 19. Last week we had, I think it was Jed Stewart and Chevy Stewart.
Yes,
Was it?
Chevy was 18th
Yeah.
man. Yep.
Yes, it was 18th and Jed Stewart was 19th. I don't know if I rate these changes, to be honest, but look, there's no other. I thought Sione Fano, but he is a centre.
I haven't been impressed with him. He hasn't stood out for me in New South Wales Cup, to be honest.
No, neither. So you can't really pick up a winger who's, I don't know. You can't really drop anyone in the squad this week. I see why Ricky hasn't dropped anyone because our New South Wales Cup side sucks even more.
Yeah.
So I see why he's not making any changes. I think it's smart, but I think this week is probably the week to start performing. Because if you're a player that's underperforming and in the New South Wales Cup wins one game, I'm telling you, Ricky will go, see ya, see ya, see ya, and see ya. Actually, you probably won't, knowing Ricky. You probably just keep it calm. But
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you got to
think-
give credit where it's due. Like,
Yeah,
Jed Stewart came in last year, had no expectation
did
to
his job.
perform well, and he did his job and then some. Like, I think he was one of the best defensive wingers in
He
our
was
team.
fantastic.
Like, the game
Yeah.
up against Jason Saab, how good was he? Even under
He
the
is
high ball.
fantastic.
We know he's not the most athletically gifted player, but he's just a big lanky dude. Okay, hopefully he can catch better than some of our current wingers.
Yeah,
Okay,
agreed.
because
That's why we brought him in, I think. He's
mean,
tall,
yeah.
he's lanky. You know, I think he'd be better under a high ball. We can probably kick to him more often. I hope that's what he's been training during this off season. I did say to you, Dill, I want the Raiders to kick to him
Yeah.
like how they kicked to Xavier Coates.
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Jeddles is the next Xavier Coates.
It legit is, bro. He is.
He just needs to, he'll get better. But yeah, did you see we're tabling him a 3-year extension as well?
I did say that actually. Yeah. What are your
What
thoughts
do
on
you
that? What are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts?
I think it's great to have a player like him at the club long term, okay, because it builds a bit of culture knowing that you have these guys in the reserves who can play reserve grade, built to play reserve grade, and they can fill in when they need to. I think it's great, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I'm being serious, okay, in that case. I think it's good to have backup players consistently there. 3 years I think it's a little too much, and I don't know if he'd be happy there for 3 years. Like 3 years, like surely you can try to find another place.
I think he probably wants to. Oh, I don't know. Look, it's Ricky's son. I see why they're tabling him 3 years. It just be
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah,
It's nice.
lovely.
Look, he's not a bad player. We're not. No, he's a good winger. Okay, he will get better, as time goes on. But there's no other really wingers that we can choose from. I know Michael Asamoah is there, but even he in New South Wales Cup has been struggling under the high ball as well. So I think to pick a big lanky winger who actually looks decent under a high ball is the right choice from Ricky, and I back him. I back Ricky and I back Jed Stewart because I think Jeddles is the answer, and I think that's the bloke we've been missing. But yeah, anyway, I'll move on to the Bunnies changes as well. Unfortunately, their Kiwi hooker representative, Brandon Smith, will play his first game in season 26. So if you thought the Rabbitohs looked good, they're probably going to get 10 times better. Bronson Garlick drops back to the 6-man bench in jersey 18 with Peter Mamazelos holding the number 14 jersey. Wayne Bennett only used his 16 men last week against the Bulldogs, so we know that if he doesn't need to use that final interchange, he won't. Still, this back line I'm looking at from the
Mm.
Rabbitohs.
Oof.
Goodness, mate,
Got some
it is
points there.
concerning. What? How do we? I don't know what we do. What? I don't know. What's? How do we stop this?
Yeah, it's tough. They got a lot of experience there too. Like no matter what side they go to, let's just hope they have a defensive miss up this day because Latrell Mitchell on one side, you've got Alice Johnson outside him, who knows how to score tries better than anyone in the game. Full stop. Right. Jack Whiten on the right. Seth Chris is going to give him an absolute bath. You watch. Okay. And Cameron Graham outside him, back on the wing where he started his career. It's scary. It is scary. Not the fastest back line, I must say, but
No.
certainly dangerous.
Yeah.
And then Jai Gray at the back, like how good's he been?
Oh
He's
man,
he's
I
just a
love
ball of
Jai Gray.
energy. Yeah,
Oh, I love Jai Gray. I
Yeah.
love watching him.
Yeah.
Little man to little man. I love Jai Gray, bro. He's awesome. He's so quick, so agile, and he's so fearful. I think in this bunny side, you need a fearful fullback who would just jump for whatever. He's a small man, but he gets up pretty high in the air.
he's tough.
So he gives everyone a run for their money, and I think dropping the trail back to the centers has been a call of the season.
Yeah, it's
I
nice,
think
that's
I
true.
think he needed to go back to the centers because I
Mm.
think he was always a center. He was never a fullback. Look, no doubt.
Mm.
Obviously, in his early days with the Bunnies, he's fantastic, but time comes when you need to go back to the centers, and I think they've made a very good call there. And I'm
Yeah.
really, really worried because it's Latrell versus Simi, or is it Latrell versus?
It's Latrell versus Simi.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah. Now, looking back into it, like I was sort of anticipating. I was like, does Timoko play this week? Like he didn't play Cup last week, so I was like, is he getting close there? They are going over to Perth too, so I think New South Wales Cup play. They might play the Sunday. Do they play Sunday?
Do they play here?
They play in
Do they
North
play here?
Sydney. They play in North Sydney
Oh,
Bears.
okay. Oh God.
Because they'd only bring over because they're already over at the moment, the Raiders. So they play on Sunday. So okay, well potentially the players who go over to Perth could come back and play on the Sunday in New South Wales Cup. So not too sure. Yeah, but look, if you had included Timoko in this team, you'd then be making two changes. You'd be I don't know. This is hypothetical. You'd be if you were to bring him in for Seb Christie, but then shifting Seb Christie to the wing, then moving Sasangi over to the left. So that's two changes. You move two players out of position there, or you move Sasangi into the forwards, like you said. So, yeah, I don't know how it'll happen in the end, how Timoko gets into the side, but he'll
I
have to
don't know
wait
how it
another
goes
week.
either.
Anyway,
I think surely. I know. Look, we like Sebastian Chris,
Yeah.
but surely.
he's a Kiwi
Yeah.
international centre. Like, I know we were critical of his defence last year, but
If they really want,
Like-
if they really want to keep Sebastian Chris in this side, I don't see why this week you couldn't have put Sebastian Chris on the wing, and then put
Yeah.
Timoko in the centers. Like I
he'll do
don't
a job.
understand. Like
Let's play
Chris is.
fullback.
I dead set think that Chris is a better winger than he is a center.
You just have to
Um,
pass the bloody ball.
Yeah, exactly. But even like we were discussing earlier, why can't they just switch Tamale and Chris? Why? Tamale is a known center who's come through the ranks as center, and
Mm.
we'll put him. Look, I get why we put him on the wing because we've got so many good centers, but I don't know. I just feel like switching Chris and Tamale makes sense as well. But anyway,
Mm.
Fiddles probably didn't need to play this week because I thought Chris would go to the wing, but yeah, you
Yeah.
know, belief in Sticky.
Yeah.
I think I can see where he's coming from with
Fair
this.
enough.
You know, he doesn't want to make too many changes within the spine, but
How good would our attacking options be if we had Sasangi and Timoko?
it'd be awesome.
We had
eh?
that last year, and how good were we?
We were awesome.
Yeah.
On the same side as well. It was Timoko and Sasangi on the same side a couple
Yeah.
times, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
true, second row.
Yeah.
But even last
Yeah.
year, where Sasangi was playing left centre, Timoko was right. We had two
Yeah.
attacking options.
Fantastic centers, yeah.
Moving out of the team selections, we should move into our home game matchups for the week. Noah Martin, who would he be running for Rookie of the Year so far? Is he a rookie Probably not. I mean, he's played. Would he
Yeah,
play a handful
yeah,
last
he
year?
is.
Yeah, I'd classify him
Oh
as a
no,
rookie.
no, no. Yeah, not really. I don't think so because I
Mm,
think he played the maximum
yeah,
games for a rookie
yeah. In for the Rays team, I'm talking about.
for the race. Oh yeah, for the race. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
100%.
and the Rabbitohs second row, who shifted into an edge role, he's played a bit of a lock here and there, but Tallis Duncan, who I think's been really good for him. And whilst these players don't play on the same side of the field, they won't be up against each other. I think they kind of are similar-ish players. Like, I think this is a better matchup to have than Noah Martin against David Fifita per se. So why don't we start with Tallis Duncan? Played 24 games last year, scored 9 tries, had 1 try assist, 7 offloads, and averaged 110 running meters. Moving on to Noah Martin's New South Wales Cup stats for last year. He scored 15 tries in 19 games. That's an insane record. 19 line breaks, 13 offloads, and averaged 80 running meters. He absolutely carved up last year, Noah Martin, running off the back of Ethan Sanders. Played mostly on the left-hand side, actually, but both very, very good damaging ball runners on their edge. How do you see this matchup playing up, Deck?
Yeah, good. Look, Lockie Hubner. Oh, sorry, not Lockie. Tallis Duncan. He made his debut back in 2023, and he's really stayed within this Rabbitohs side for a long time. That game against the Bulldogs, his line running is so good. It is so good to watch. Like him running through a hole. You watch it, the setup for it, and it's just beautiful to watch. His poetry in motion from Tallis Duncan, and they always said he was going to be the next Cameron Murray coming through the ranks, and my goodness, he's looking more and more like it. He played a bit of lock last year. Played in the centres as well, didn't he? He was fantastic in the centres last season
Yeah, true.
as well.
Yeah, it's fast.
But yeah, Noah Martin as well. He's been fantastic to start the year. He's looking more and more on home at that number 12 jersey. No doubt this will be a mouth-watering matchup, and the Rabbitohs have considered a try to right second rowers. I think I saw like 3 out of the 5 games. So
Really? Okay.
yeah, maybe look out for a little Noah Martin try
Yeah.
in the second row. But this will be a mouth-watering matchup, deal, and yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
So
to
he'll
watch.
be defending next to Jamie Humphries.
Yeah.
Duncan will.
Yep.
So yeah, no, interesting to see. Moving on to the next one, Zach Hosking and Lachlan Hubner, the 2 impact guys came off the bench. How did they match up against each other, Deck?
Yeah, 2 men coming off the bench. Our first home gang off the bench this season. So both have been a little bit underwhelming for their clubs respectively. But here we go. Hosking stats from 2025. So last year he played a total of 21 games. He scored 5 tries. He had 3 line breaks last season with 15 offloads. He had 794 tackles made with a 94.64% tackle efficiency and a total running meters of 1,973 while averaging 93 a game. Well, Lockie Hubner, the man who came from the Dolphins in 2024, now at the Rabbitohs for last 2 years he's been at the Rabbitohs actually. Let's have a look at his stats last year. He played 20 games last year, only scored 1 try. He had 16 tackle breaks, 549 post-contact meters, 3 offloads, 636 tackles made with a 91.12% tackle efficiency. He ran for a total of 1,621 meters and he averaged 81. Dill, we've never really had a home game matchup off the bench, as I said before. How do you see these 2 being utilised within their respective clubs?
Well, they sort of coincide with each other. I think Hosking is probably a little bit more mobile than what Hubner is, but no, they do a good job of tightening up the middle and then creating a bit of ruck speed when the big boppers go off. Like Kalamate comes off, he might come on. I'm not sure what minutes Hubner's played this year. Like he probably wouldn't play more than 40, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I didn't play many that way.
But yeah, really tough hombres in the middle. I think Hosking probably tips him just in this case. Probably has more games
more experience
in his belt. But they serve the same role on the side. Just provide a bit of impact coming off the bench. I mean, you got Kepi and LeBlanc coming off for the Rabbitohs as well. So,
Yeah.
Hubner certainly plays a critical role in the side.
Absolutely does. Yeah, he played 53 minutes last week against the Bulldogs, so
53.
he
Yeah,
gets
right.
a fair stint, doesn't
That's
he?
not bad. Yeah.
Does Lockie Hubner?
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I hope they make that late change. You said Hosking is so valuable off of our bench, but it just feels like we haven't been using him very well. I hope they make a late switch. You go, okay, Horsburgh, you sit on the bench for this game. Let's put Hosking at lock. That will make me feel so much better. But we'll just wait and see. See if Ricky's got a few tricks up his sleeve before the 90 minutes where our team lists are finalised. But yeah, look, it's going to be a tough one, Dill. It's going to be. I hope we make it close. I hope we really just show effort within this game. Throw our passion in there, just be aggressive, but not too aggressive. We don't want to give that ill discipline away because we have been very ill disciplined in the last 5 weeks. But Dill, what are you hoping to see? Are you hoping to see a miracle? Because I know you said that last week, and well, there was no resurrection from the Raiders last week, was there, on Easter Sunday? But what are you hoping to see this weekend against the Rabbitohs, mate?
I'll tell you what, I'm not too optimistic. Look, the advantage is neither side has a home ground advantage. I think, are we the home side, technically speaking?
No, Rabbitohs are.
Rabbitohs are. Oh, great. Anyway. Well, the team would be there for the whole week. So they have no reason to feel fatigued or anything. Saturday afternoon, we don't really know what the weather's going to be like yet, but Perth's usually pretty warm. Still this time of year, it's a nice place. Yeah, look, for the first time this year, I think I'm gonna have to tip against this. Like the Rabbits just have so many serious in them. Like,
Are you
once,
serious?
huh? What's that?
Are you serious?
Why so
I'm
serious?
talking
Why so serious, huh? Yes, I'm serious. Unfortunately, I'm not going to back my team. I think Rabbitohs get it at home. I think they get the chocolates at the end of the day. Easter Bunny has been busy, so Rabbitohs, look, I think they'll get the win. I think they'll probably pep us. Look, I'm going to go 26 points to 16. Okay,
That's not
I
bad.
think they'll just have too many points to them at the end of the day. Unfortunately, anytime try scorer for the Raiders. We'll go Seb Chris on the left-hand side, and my man of the match, my Overvoted award. We'll go Ethan Strange. He had a pretty good game against them last year. Scored a couple of tries. Yeah, that was
Kicked a couple of goals as well.
yeah. He kicked a few goals. Bit of aura farming
Mewing, he was
about him,
mewing.
Bit of mewing, bit of shh, bit of that, bit of that. No one Paddy this game. No one
Yeah.
Paddy.
That's right. I don't think you can put him in if our New South Wales Cup side keeps losing.
Yeah, maybe that's.
I also think we might see Brayley start and Starling dropped. I think
Oh,
Starling's been really underwhelming to start the
maybe.
season, but who knows?
To
Who
the
knows what happens?
bench.
No, dropped out of the side.
Oh, come on, that's ridiculous.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am serious.
Brayley's been more impressive. Look, he's got to.
I haven't noticed Starling much, to be fair.
That's what I'm saying. He's got a gun to his head, but I don't think they realize that he actually made more meters than Starling did
Yeah.
in the last 3 games. Yes, Brayley has an error in him. Oh my god, that's terrible, isn't it? Oh, because they have a freaking error into them. But I don't know. I don't think you can put Paddy in yet. I think, yeah, I don't know. You can't really put him in. New South Wales Cup aren't doing so well either.
No.
So
Now, nothing's going to change Ricky's mind about the plan with Owen Paddy, regardless of how. It didn't matter how bad we were performing to start the year in NRL. It's not going to change his mind to go, hey, let's put Owen Paddy in. Now, look, later down the track in the season, he might go, yeah, I think it's time, but not 5 games in. It's no, not time. Anyway, what are your tips, mate?
Dill. My tips for this week is for my anytime try scorer. I said it before. I'm going Noah Martin. With the Rabbitohs have conceded most of their tries to second rowers this season.
We're going to find a nickname for Noah Martin. What's his nickname? I know the mullet's a bit basic. We've got to find a nickname.
Nozza?
Big Noz.
Big Noz. I'm going Noah Martin anytime. I have Odin. I'm going I'm just saying you might get dropped. I've gone Tommy Starling. I think we
Ah,
might see Tom Starling come back to his best. I hope. Okay, and then my prediction. I've gone with the Rabbitohs.
oh,
Just like
what
you,
a
Bill.
sook.
Look, I know that we're Raiders podcast, but sometimes we can't be like so.
Betrayal.
Okay.
Traitor.
So, sometimes I feel like we can't. We can't always tip our side, you know. I feel like if we're on a 4 losing streak, you can then tip against us. We're not like brain dead to be like, oh no, let's just keep tipping our side till I win. You watch, we're gonna tip against them this week, and they're gonna freaking win. I'm telling you right now. Anyway, I've got the Bunnies whopping us 34-16.
Whoa.
I know.
That's big. That's
I
big,
just
bro.
don't. I
That's
just don't see many points. I don't see us scoring many points.
yeah. I know. It's. I reckon we can catch them out in defense. I don't think their defense is that good. So
Alex Johnson can't defend.
Alex Johnson can't defend. Cody Walker, bro, get the out of
Running.
here, bro. You're ancient. He's been playing really good footy, to be fair.
He has been
36. And he's probably still got like another 2 years in him.
a couple of years in him. Yeah.
Yeah, so good. All right. Tips aside, why don't we get into our Echoes of the Battlefield this week, reviewing
Oh,
a forgotten matchup? We normally do this
Yeah.
before the tips,
I
but
know, yeah,
anyway,
me
here we
too.
are. Now, we could go the good old cliche and do the 2019 prelim, but we're not. Okay, we're going to be a bit more exciting.
I forgot.
Yeah, we forgot, right? It's a forgotten match. That's the idea, right? Which that's a match certainly I would never forget in my lifetime. Now, with a few and a, we thought, oh, look, we got that 2016 match where we put like 50 on the
50.
Rabbitohs. We had a 2018 match where Oldfield absolutely cooked the Bunnies, which was
Bro,
great to see.
one of the tries he scored was like unbelievable. I think he got try of the week that week.
Mm.
He was
Yeah,
that good.
what a great play, Michael Oldfield. The streets never
Oh.
forgot.
Streets never forget.
My man, Oldie. Okay,
Oldie
I mean,
Oldie Phil.
other than that, there's not that many games against the Rabbits would stand out in the past 10 years, 15 years.
Now let me take it back to 1980 when we faced the Rabbitohs in the preliminary final.
1980. Yeah. Now, we probably have to look back in the history books for that. Like, I'm struggling to remember one, to be honest. But we'll go back to 2020, which is still 6 years ago, during the COVID era. The Rabbitohs played in GIO Stadium, and where there was like no crowd at all. Raiders ended up winning
1,000, by the way.
1,000. The crowd was 1,000.
1,629.
Far out, Jesus Christ. Raiders won 18 points to 12, and this was such a defensive grind affair game. The whole second half, the Raiders were just defending their line again and again and again. And I believe this week, I think Kotrick announced his signature with the Bulldogs. Obviously, he
Yep.
backflipped after his first year, but yeah, I think that was because he scored a try in this game.
Yep.
We got off to a really good start. Kotrick and Croker scoring the first 2 tries. One was off the backpack, one was off a really good pass. I think it was from it was off the actually this is a really wet, freezing game. Jack White put the kick in, and Croker came in with an amazing pickup off the ground with the ice
That
puck.
made me wet.
Rabbitohs were able to come back in the second half. Dane Gagai and Adam Reynolds scored halfway through the first half, but they certainly got momentum back going in the second half. And Rapper came away with an absolutely cracker of a try saver. Reynolds literally over the line in the air, diving over to score, and he reached across and grabbed with his legs and pulled him back to save a try. Like, that was remarkable. And I think so. Chance went off. Was that with what injury was that? Can you remember?
Wasn't that when he damaged his neck? That was
Kickout. That was the same.
Oh yeah.
No, it might have been the same year. I don't know. Yeah, that was Kickout one. This one, I think,
ankle. Must have been ankle or something.
Was something different. Anyway, but it was really bad collision. No, he dislocated his finger. Do you remember that? Do you remember how bad it was? Remember how disgusting it looked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was that. But it was another really bad concussion because Rapana played in the centres, and him and Valamay had a shocking collision where their heads collapsed. Like, that was pretty bad. I know. Yeah, Valame scored his first try this game. It was off a rebound kick, and he got it.
My goat.
We thought,
My
this
goat.
guy's going to be the next Noah Nandruku. He's going to be an absolute beast for maybe like a year or two, and then we're sending up to North Queensland.
He scored 5 tries in one game for North Queensland, didn't he? Or 4
Three
tries?
or four, yeah.
Rose was on fire. For
Yeah.
I miss Semi Valame, and I was talking to Dill. This was the year that Dynamis Louis got picked for the Queensland Maroons as well. And I got to say, watching back at the highlights, he was fantastic this game. He was awesome. He pulled all the tricks out of his bag. He was our starting front rower next to Josh Papali'i. And then he kept Joseph Tarpany on the bench, which is pretty crazy to think about.
Wow.
Dynamis Louis, where have you gone? We miss you. But
Harley Smith Shields in 17.
yeah, he played in the 17. Along with here we go. Ryan Sutton made lad.
Ryan Sutton! Kai O'Donnell
58
played
tackles.
13.
Most tackles, 58 tackles, and he scored the most fantasy points as well for that game. Tarpany came off the bench and ran for 170 run meters. Wow.
Whoa.
How good's that? So, a bit of a throwback, eh?
Yeah, Kyle O'Donnell 13. I didn't realise he started this game. He was actually pretty
Oh, wow.
good. I'm surprised that we got rid of him that quickly.
He plays for North Queensland now,
Yeah,
doesn't
he starts. He's their starting second rower now this year. Like,
It's crazy.
for a few years, he just not much was happening, and then there he goes, pops back up in the side. That's pretty good going for his effort. Like, all right, why don't we move on to our Supercoach breakdown for round 6?
All right. Everybody, welcome back to week 6 of Supercoach season 2026. Obviously, you all know that. Sticky's Angels, which is who I am, versus Ezra's Victims on
Far out,
and I beat him 1,164 to his 1,068. Notable scorers for me was Nathan Cleary. 115. He was my vice captain. I looped back to him. So I captained Reece Walsh. I vice captained Cleary. So because Cleary scored a very, very high amount of points, I then looped. I captained Setu too, who I knew wasn't playing, and Cleary scored all my vice captain points as my captain. Another notable scorer, Isaiah, got a very nice 69. And then apart from that, Simi Sasangi, my goat, my hero, my lover, got 95. Oh, Simi, you don't know how much you mean to me. Oh, Simi, you don't know how much you're worth. Noel Martin is in my flex position. He got 76. Laddie Mitch. Man, this guy keeps getting better and better every week. 101 he got for me. The players that I left out of my side, Tom Chester got 74. And that's really the only notable scoring for this week for my team was I currently sit in 3rd position. So I've gone up a position, which is very, very nice. And look, this week I decided to change it up a bit, So I got rid of Iowelu from the Roosters, the hooker. I got rid of Joe Tarpany, my goat. I'm so sorry. And I got rid of Reece Walsh with that nasty. Have you seen the photos?
Nasty.
The nasty. Oh, he got hit.
Yeah.
Hard. Damn. So I traded in Brandon Smith. It was a clear swap. Just had to bring him in because he's going to make me money. Alex Twal. Been really shocking. He's averaged 79.5. I'd say he's a bit of a pod play at the moment because, my goodness, he is really, really played well in that lock position for the West Tigers. And he played 80 minutes last week in the win against the Eels, and he was fantastic. And I also brought in Dylan Edwards, just old, reliable Dylan Edwards in fantastic form. 108 he got last week, so I had to bring him in for Reece Walsh. Couldn't get rid of Jonah Pezzett because I feel like I'll keep him there for a little bit longer. Obviously, he's probably only out for a week or two with that hamstring strain. But he can just sit on my bench because I don't really need him at the moment. Probably need to get rid of Cody Walker as well. He might start losing cash. But apart from that, that's my trades this week. And I currently sit in 3rd position. Number 1 still remains Wade. 5 weeks in a row, he's sat at number 1. Big Red is still there. with Arns does in second. He's tied for the with the league points as well. So yeah. Dill, how are you looking for this week, mate? I see you're getting a bit frustrated. You're yelling a lot, but what's up?
Not bad. Well, I cracked the duck again. Let me say that again. I finally got my second win of the year. I got 1,250 up against Harry Potter.
Wow. Arnie Potter.
Honestly, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Has Saul Folio as captain. So, I mean, that certainly helped. He got me 130. The Trilly Mitt, 101. Herbie Farnworth, 90. Nico Hines, 144. So, yeah, not too shabby in that department. Up against Josh this week. So, yeah, big expectations, but, yeah. Ranked overall, I'm like 66,000, I think, in the SC Cup, from what I know. Projecting, haven't got a projection this week, but I'll go into my trades regardless. I'm going to trade out Tom Gilbert, who has the bye. He got 42, so not really impressed with him. Reasonable price, he's like 500k, but I'll swap him out for Alex Twal. Like he said, he's just over 600,000. Yeah, I am serious. He's been very good. 86, like how can I not? Nakasini, I'm going to trade him out. He got 44. He's not really going up much in price. So I'm going to bring in Brian Toe. Could be a bit of a trap. I know he's going to be consistent for me. Haven't been impressed with Kinney. He got just as much as the same as Makasini. So I'm bringing in Tavana, who hopefully will be a cash cow for me and just build up a bit of money over time. My flex is Tom Chester, which I'm really happy about. Very versatile. I can slot right in there. He did well last week in his return match. As far as my reserves go, I'll probably go Aaron Maho, Noah Martin, Ethan Sanders, and Taniela Paseka. Not real crash hot. Might make some late changes towards the start of the round, but that's what I reckon I'll go with.
That's a pretty good deal, but you're still dog shit at this, so it doesn't really change anything, does it?
Okay. Yeah, well, tell me something I don't know. So.
A new segment. We got the Super Coach Cup deal. A little bit of a new one there for us. The winner gets $1,000, which is not bad, and a Super Coach Cup trophy as well, which is very, very nice. So we both automatically qualify for round 7. So we pass through round 6. I don't know why it's going. Oh, I get it. Yeah. So around the qualifying round, we qualified because of our Super Coach Cup rank. What did you say your cup rank was, Sil?
66,000, mate.
Mine is 18,000. So screw
what a sweat.
But yeah, that's our Super Coach for week 6 of the competition. Kind of a new segment, I guess, with our Super Coach Cup. So we'll see who progresses further and who doesn't. Yeah, there you go. Dill, any final words before the Raiders take on the Rabbitohs this week?
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Brave words there from my G, Elmer Fudd. Go the Raiders, sweet as, and I'll see you guys next week.